Today here in Madden 26, we will be rebuilding the new look Buffalo Bills. The Bills in the Josh Allen era have not been able to bring a Super Bowl, with Josh Allen being one of the best quarterbacks in the league, so today we're going to change that. But before we get into today's video, YouTube does tell me about 83% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed, so if you do follow on that, want to change that, that'd be greatly appreciated. So the Buffalo Bills, of course, move on from Sean McDermott. Joe Brady comes in. Obviously, he was the OC last year. Now he is named the head coach. They bring in DJ Moore as another weapon for Josh Allen to have. Of course, they've done like this wide receiver committee ever since Diggs has left, and they pretty much have talent on both sides of the ball. So there's really not a lot to, not be disappointed in here. The only thing to say is that the fact of the matter is this team has not gone to the Super Bowl with Josh Allen, with him being one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Like I said, today we're going to change that. That is the goal. So without further ado, at least for year number one, we're not going to touch anything. We're going to leave playbooks and scheme the same because Joe Brady, of course, is basically just taking over. He was already the OC last year. So there's really no reason to change anything here. So we're just going to simply see how this team does, and hopefully this team shows out and shows up early, and we can get a Super Bowl maybe in year one and try to go for multiple today. But we shall see how year number one is going to go for us first and foremost. So at the end of the season, we drop our final two games and we end up as a team that does not win our division. So my assumption that would be the Patriots won a division then, because we're on the road to start things off. We have a couple injuries, so did the Ravens. So yeah, the Patriots did indeed win the division at 12-5. So very interesting, but we get to go play the Baltimore Ravens, which are two teams that are so familiar with each other in the playoffs, obviously. If we take a look at the stats on the year, offensively, we're first in the NFL, which is what you'd expect out of a Josh Allen offense. And defensively, not so good. 26th in the NFL. 3rd, 9, and 11 from Josh Allen. James Cook with 12 touchdowns, 1,200 yards, and then 1,200 yards from Josh Palmer. Okay. And DJ Moore at 1,100 yards as well. So Josh Palmer had himself a damn good season. 14 touchdowns go alongside that. And then sacks-wise, 11.5 from Greg Rousseau, 10.5 from Ed Oliver, 6.5 from Chubb, and then, of course, switched is one of their new additions. 4 interceptions from Gardner Johnson. Yeah, 3 from Geno Stone, 2 from Bishop, 1 from Bernard, 1 from Williams, and 1 from Caleb Elam's-Orr. So let's go ahead and jump in and play the Baltimore Ravens. Like I said, there is injuries on both sides. Actually, now I see it, Greg Rousseau is a big loss for us, so that's going to be kind of tough. But let's go ahead and jump in and see if we can beat the Ravens despite the injuries. They have a couple as well, but this should be a fun one to start this video. And we got a rainy day here in Baltimore, so this game should be pretty interesting. So let's see how this is going to go, as the Ravens are going to go up 3-0 to start things off. We get stopped on our first drive, and they get stopped on their second drive as Luke misses the field goal there. And so far, our offense has had no answers for the Ravens defense, and they're up 10-0 just like that. So not looking good thus far. And there we go. We finally wake up 7-10, but the Ravens do as well. But we score and make it a 7-point game. Fourth quarter, 10 minutes left. Does Josh Allen have a tied game in him? 3 minutes left in this one to go tie this game in year number one. I would jump in, but I feel like it's pretty early. So I want to see if we can go out here and tie this game. Josh Allen, all 3 timeouts. 3 minutes left in this game. Does he have it in him? Let's see. And no, he does not. And that is going to be ball game. So we lose 10-20 in the playoffs and wildcard weekend to the Ravens in a rainy day. So that is not a great way for this first season to go. Losing in the first round is pretty unfortunate. So Josh Allen had 1 touchdown, 143 yards. Lamar had 2 touchdowns on his side. Not a lot of rushing yards from either running back. And then Zay Flowers had 99 yards and a touchdown. Palmer had a touchdown for us. And then defensively, yeah, 2 sacks from Zion Young, their rookie, and then 1.5 from Adebike, 1.5 from Hendrickson. Damn, they got really after us there. And then no picks, like I said. Was there a forced fumble? Nope, just none of that. Okay, disappointing start to this one, I'll say, but plenty more time to go, so let's keep going. So we go into this offseason with about negative $44 million in cap space. I'm not really surprised by that. If you look at the recap, Quinyon Mitchell and the Eagles go on to win the Super Bowl. He also wins Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow's your MVP. Coach of the Year goes to Vrabel. Puka Nacua is your offensive player. Ruben Bain, Omar Cooper, and Ruben Bain. So Ruben Bain won Rookie of the Year, and he won Defensive Player of the Year. So what a good season out of Ruben Bain. But yeah, negative $44.4 million to deal with. That's going to be tough to overcome, but we'll see what we can do to maybe, put a dent in that. So we have to re-sign some guys. Let's see who's all here. So we have Geno Stone, Mike Dana, Lloyd Cushenberry, Dorian Williams, Osiris Torres, Austin Corbett. I'll say there's not really that many important free agents for us, but regardless, you want to get under the cap because we have draft picks to bring in and all that. So let's see what we can do here. So Josh Allen's contract can free up $10 million. That's it. So that's not going to do us any good. All right. Deion Dawkins, our best left tackle, probably won't do anything there. Ed Oliver, DJ Moore. I mean, at the end of the day, Yeah, actually, I don't even really think I can do anything because it's not going to let me trade anybody, which is kind of annoying that you can't even make trades to go into the cap. Maybe you can, I don't know, but I don't think it lets you. So, because maybe you could trade like a player for a draft pick, but yeah, that's kind of stupid. Anyway, we're not going to be resigning anybody, and we have like no money at all, so we are in dead trouble. So let's go ahead and see. If I did try to trade someone away just for a draft pick, I don't think it'll let me, to be completely honest with you. So we really have no way of getting better unless we just use the draft. So if I try to trade Benford or not Thomas necessarily, but let's say we selected this. Yeah, due to salary cap restrictions, if we counter offer this and say we wanted they're probably not going to accept the 6th pick for him, right? So yeah, we can't even do that even if we wanted to. So yeah, there's really no way to get under it unless we just restructure everybody, which I'm not going to do right now. I think we're just going to head straight to the draft. I mean, we still have a pretty good team anyway, and I'm not really sure if this roster's cap sheet is like 100% perfect anyway. So we do need a center and a right guard, mainly a right guard. Kincaid's up superstar dev, and so is Josh Palmer, so that's good. Defensively, might need a new linebacker, but Mr. Orr is good, and Garner Johnson, so we look okay for the most part. But probably next offseason we'll make a lot more tougher decisions on, you know, freeing up some money, because right now there's no need to. Although this isn't necessarily a need, I think I'm going to go best player available here, and I'm taking Koi Pirich here in round 1. He's going to be 13 in true value, got him at 23. So we have a brand new free safety to lead the way eventually here, so I feel really good about that first pick to start things off. And then with our second round pick, I said I needed some offensive line help, so we're going to be taking Trevor Locke here at Iowa, and he should be a, you know, player we can kind of move anywhere we want on the offensive line, but bringing in offensive line help, especially since Deion Dawkins is older. Don't know if he's going to eventually retire, so I feel good about that. And then for round 3 at pick 87, we have Nick Harbor, AJ Harris, Chris Cole. There's actually some pretty good options here. Lost and Lucky, Rod Moore, but Nick Harbor actually sounds pretty interesting. He's got elite speed. I feel good about what we have a wide receiver, though, so I don't know if I'd go with him. Chris Cole could be interesting. If he has elite speed, I might be all over that. Let's take Chris Cole. We do need another linebacker in here, so let's take Chris Cole here. 132 in true value, got him at 87. Hidden dev, though, so I'll definitely take that as a guy that can come in and help out right away. And then last but not least here in the 4th round, let's see if we can hit a home run. Nazir Hunter's on the board. Drake Bowen, Keon Sabb, Avery Johnson, Jacobs, Anthony Evans, Dorian Fleming. We could go Raylan Wilson, or we could take like Jordan Hall here late, I guess, something like that. Maybe just do that, just add some D-line depth. So Jordan Hall, not a good pick, but that's okay. 4th rounder, and not, you know, an overly exciting offseason by any means. We're basically running it back for the most part. I think next offseason is where we're gonna have to make a lot more interesting cap decisions. I kind of just didn't do anything this time around, but yeah, we're sitting with negative 53 million. It's pretty ugly right now. So we're an 86 overall with an 89 offense and an 84 defense going up against the New Orleans Saints. If we take a look at kind of how I want to run this lineup, so we got Locke we can move over. McGovern is obviously there. I think so. McGovern's healthy now, which is good. Do we just start Cedric at the... No, because we could do that. I think we move Locke to left guard. I think that's the best way to go about this. So let's do that. That'll kind of fix that problem. Obviously, eventually we might move him back to be our left tackle if Deion Dawkins is to retire or something like that. But for now, we move him inside, and I think that, you know, kind of addresses that problem for us there. And he'll start at 74 overall. So not looking too bad there. Defensively, Chris Cole comes in. Now our defense was, and then Pirich, of course, sitting behind Cole Bishop for now. But our defense was pretty bad last year, you know, rank-wise. So hopefully we can kind of improve that. We'll see. I usually like running Buffalo's playbook. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to run it back and just hope it gets better. So let's get into year number 2. Expectations obviously to be a playoff team again. Hopefully this time around we can actually win the division and have a home game and not have to go play like the Ravens in round 1. That was kind of tough, but we shall see what Madden has in store for us for year number 2. So at the end of this season, we do indeed win the division. We finish up at 12-5 again, and we get to play the Bengals. So another tough first round matchup. At least this time we're at home. The Bengals are without T. Higgins, and we're without Ed Oliver, so it kind of evens out a little bit, I guess. Offensively, 4th in the NFL, and then defensively, hopefully we're better on that side. Yes, there we go. So top 10 on both sides. 294 from Josh Allen, 12 touchdowns, 200 yards from James Cook. 1,000 from Shakir, 1,000 from DJ Moore, only 700 this year from Palmer. And then defensively, 11.5 sacks from Greg Rousseau. So at least we'll have our best pass rusher available for this playoff game. That's going to be helpful. And then Harrison had 2 picks, and so did Benford one from Hall, one from Bernard, one from Hancock, one from Peerage, and one from Cole Bishop. But without further ado, let's jump in and play the Bengals. We lost in round 1 last year. Hopefully this time around we can get a win here and go to the next round. So here we are. I know the Bills are going to be in a new stadium, but here we are at Highmark Stadium. So let's see if we can come out here and get off to a better start than last year. And we do. Already much better compared to what we did against the Ravens. But wow, the Bengals are responding pretty well. And it's 14-7, and we will tie it up 14-14. 21-14. So the Bengals, ooh, we threw a brutal interception there, I think. And we get one right back. Got to score off of it, and we do. W, and the Bengals are not slowing down. And we throw another interception, I think. Josh Allen, what are we doing, man? What are we doing, Josh Allen? So we're not out of it just yet. We got to score here and then get the ball back. And we will score. Get the ball back. 48-38. I mean, it's still possible, but it looks like we're going to lose in round 1 once again. It doesn't look like Josh Allen's had the best day at all. I don't even know why I'm jumping in, to be honest with you. This game is probably over. But if there's any miracle, the biggest thing we can try to do right now is score before the 2-minute warning and have those 2 stoppages of the clock and hope we can get the ball back. So I'm just going to take a prayer up to DJ Moore. Actually, we're going to get tackled, though, which kind of sucks. Injury timeout. It was to the Bengals. That actually works out really well for us. So that was a good start to this drive. That's what we needed. And now we need to get one more deep dive or one more deep ball out there and try to score as fast as possible so we can have that 2-minute warning if we can. All right. Let's see if we can get Palmer maybe out of bounds. Let's see. Or is James Cook going to get Palmer? I'm just going to throw it to you, and he drops it. That's probably better that he dropped that. Felt like I had to get rid of that really quickly. Let's go back to this stick play, and let's throw Shakir on a go route. DJ Moore burnt, his corner last time. See if they allow that to happen. This time, they're not going to allow that to be. Oh, my gosh. Maybe he had a shot, but I threw this way too late. And, yeah, that was my bad. I should have thrown that earlier. So, 3rd and 10. We might have to settle for the field goal, which we're in field goal range. I'd be fine with that if we have to. At least we'll have a shot at, tying the game if we do that. So, all right, let's just make sure we protect the field goal at least. 48-38. Let's see if we can get, more field position here. Probably go for the field goal if I had to guess. Although, I will say, okay, what a dot by Josh Allen. I was wondering if that was going to get there. It did, so that worked out. Now, just need to score for this 2-minute warning if we can. Palmer, I'm probably going right back to you. Let's see if you're there, though. Let's see if you're there. Palmer's there, I think, and touchdown. There we go. Okay, so we scored before the 2-minute warning. Our defense will have 2 stoppages. We'll see if we get a miracle and get the ball back. I have a feeling we won't, but let's see if we can do so. And no, we didn't see the ball. So we're going to lose 48-45, and the Bengals are going to go on to beat us. So this was a high-scoring playoff game, but that's 2 years in a row where we lose in the first round. 5 touchdowns, but at the end of the day, I think Josh Allen threw at least 2 interceptions. It looked like he threw 3. Burrow threw 2 himself, but yeah, 3 picks. Not good. Not good at all. Jamar Chase had a great game. Moore had a great game. Josh Palmer had a good game, but at the end of the day, we lost again in the first round. So we got to get back to the drawing board, and let's go see what we can do in this offseason. Hopefully more money clears up, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. So negative $17.5 million this time. This is a lot more manageable, but I assume there's definitely, more free agents to deal with. The Ravens and the the Ravens and the Commanders, I should say, met up in the Super Bowl. So the battle of the Maryland teams, but at the end of the day, the Ravens won with Trey Hendrickson and getting MVP. So let's get to this negative $17.5 million. I'm actually curious to see who is going to be needed. We might have lost Deion Dawkins as well. We have Kincaid, Cole Bishop, Keon Coleman, Ray Davis. I mean, most of these guys are probably going to have to go. The one I would want to bring back is Kincaid. Bishop could probably go. Actually, no, we might bring him back as well. We can move him over to strong safety. So I think we got to find a way to bring both those guys back. So that's going to be my plan. And then I assume, like I said, that Deion Dawkins may have retired. There's definitely a shot that is. Oh, no, he's still here. Never mind. He's still here. Okay. So savings-wise, DJ Moore is someone we could cut. But I think at this point, we're probably just going to go with restructures. Let's do that. So that's going to give us enough right there. This is usually not good practice, but we're just playing a video game. So I guess we'll just do that today. Rousseau would free up 11 million. So let's do that. And then Josh Allen, you could free up 14. So that should give us a little bit to spend. What about James Cook? Do you got some money to give up? We'll do that. Okay. So that should give us enough to re-sign Kincaid and Bishop, and then maybe even do more after that. We'll see. So Kincaid, we'll bring back. He's back. And then Cole Bishop, we're probably going to let Keon Coleman go. There's already been problems with him anyway. And yeah, so we get both those guys back. And now if we take a look at our lineup, let's see what it's looking like. So we might be able to sign a free agent or two as well. $90 million to work with. But this is what we kind of are looking at. So this actually looks pretty solid. especially on offense. I really don't think there's anything in offense I want to address. So that's good. We can roll with this. Defensively, though, what do we got to do here? So Garner Johnson's up to star dev or superstar dev. So the only thing I would like to bring in is maybe a better pass rusher and maybe a better corner. If we can get that done, I would feel pretty solid about this. So free agents, though, corner and pass rusher. You do have Nolan Smith, so that sounds kind of perfect to me. If we bring him in, I'd like that. And then there's a lot of more. So you really don't have like a good corner to bring in. So I think I am going to be all over Nolan Smith, though, to start things off. So Nolan Smith, put him opposite of Greg Rousseau. Actually, we don't have enough money for that. Never mind. Okay. Maybe it's just drafting one, killing Bullock sitting here, but we're good at safety. So Pooney, Deron Payne. I think I might look to make a trade. We have $19 million. We are going to have a late first. So let's be aggressive here. Let's see if we can pull something off. Is there any way I could give them my first round pick, Bradley Chubb, for Josh Sweat and Ellis Robinson the fourth here to the Cardinals? I would love to see if we can pull something off like this to kind of address those two problems we were talking about. Let's see what they say to this offer. They're not quite in on it. That's fair. If I gave you my second in next year's draft, maybe, let's see if they'd be all over that. We're getting close. Do I throw in another first? I mean, we're getting a really good young corner, so I wouldn't be opposed to it. If I threw in my other first round pick, we got Josh Sweat and Ellis Robinson. This would be as far as I'd go, though, and we'll do it. So we trade a first, second, and a first for Ellis Robinson, who's like 22. So, and then Josh Sweat is not a bad addition at all as we continue to go for it. So now we don't have a first in this draft. We have our second and third still, but that upgrades the defense tenfold. So now you have Ellis Robinson with Maxwell Hairston, Benford, and then Josh Sweat opposite of Greg Rousseau. I feel pretty phenomenal about that. But let's go ahead and hit up the draft with those two picks we have, second and third, and we should be hopefully ready for a maybe Super Bowl run next year. We've not been able to do that just yet, but there's still time. And just to go and double down on edge rusher, I'm going to be taking another one here in round 2, and he will be a 90 in true value, but he does bring in hidden dev, so we'll definitely take that. And then last but not least here in round 3, let's see what we can grab here. So I wouldn't be opposed to like a wide receiver, but let's see what else we have. Tyler Lock. I mean, we're good at tight end. We have 2 guys. Do we take another edge rusher? Probably not. We may not have anybody that crazy. We could go Jordan Davidson since we did lose Ray Davis. I'd be good with that. So 153 in true value, got him at 88. So maybe not the greatest pick in the world, but we'll take it. And that should put us ready, hopefully, for year 3 to be a lot better than the first 2 years. We walk away with a 70, a 70, a 73, and then a 72. So not too bad. We'll take it. And let's go take a look at this lineup going into year 3. Year 1 and year 2, we have been in the playoffs at 12-5 both times, but ultimately have disappointed each time we've been there. So we really got to protect Josh Allen's legacy here soon. It's kind of getting ridiculous here. We also got a hidden dev tight end added. W. Okay. Defensively, this is where we obviously made our mark for the most part. Desert's here. We have TJ Parker behind Josh Sweat. P. Rich is here, who is a superstar dev now. Jackson, Sanders, Ed Oliver, Benford, Robinson the fourth, senior Garner Johnson still kind of being that menace on the defense. But yeah, let's go ahead and hope for another playoff appearance. Maybe we can get that first seed this year. We'll have to see. But yeah, we need year 3's playoff run to be so much better. We have not had a good playoff run yet whatsoever. So we do finish with our best record yet of the video at 13-4. Does not get us the first seed, which is fine. Oh my gosh, we have 3 injuries going in though. That's unfortunate. Let's see what those guys are dealing with though and how long they're out. But not good to see that. So we have week to week. Okay, so only 2 of them are out for maybe just this week. That's fine. We can deal with that. It does suck to lose Ellis Robinson here, but we play the Chargers in wildcard weekend. Offensively, number 1 in the NFL. I need to see that, and I need my defense to show me that they're 7th in the NFL as well. We gave up so many points to the Bengals last year. We really have no more excuses. I mean, not that we had any to begin with, but man, we definitely need to be better. We need to have a deep run here. So Desert here had 9 sacks. So wow, that's awesome. Did Rousseau miss time or something? I don't know. So let's see. Did he miss time? I'm assuming Rousseau missed some time. I don't know why I sorted it like that, but he may have missed some time. Anyway, let's jump in, play the Chargers. Can we please go win a damn playoff game, man? Is it that hard? See if we have it in us to do so. We've not done it just yet in this video. I'll say that. The last time we were here, the Bengals put up 48 on us in a playoff game. I'm hoping our defense is going to be much better today. They get a stop to start things off, so already much better, and they've stopped them twice. Our offense isn't doing much either, though. Until now, we go up 3-0, but they're going to score a touchdown Our offense needs to wake the hell up, and we are going to put up 2 field goals. We get an interception for Bernard, do nothing with it. I think we might have thrown one right back, but we take the lead. All field goals so far, I think. And 19, okay, you know what? At least we have a lead at the moment. The Chargers probably aren't going to go away, though, but we put them away. Oh, my goodness, guys. It is a freaking miracle. We have won a playoff game. I don't know how that's going to or I didn't think it was going to happen, unfortunately. 27-10, but we do beat the Chargers. Holy moly. That took way too long to win a damn playoff game. But Justin Herbert and Josh Allen, I think both threw an interception there. They did. So, yeah, Allen threw one right back. That's awesome. To try to give the game back, but neither running back ran for that much. 87 yards from Shakir, 74 from Quentin Johnston. And then you had 4 sacks from Jamarius Brown. Damn, what a game from him. Bernard and Derwin had the interceptions. But okay, we're moving on. That's what matters. We finally won a damn playoff game. It's only going to get harder, though, in the divisional. So let's go see who our opponent is. And now for divisional round, as we have our division rival, the Jets, coming to town, who signed Drake May. So this isn't going to be like your typical fluky Jets team. They're actually, you know, have a legit quarterback on the other side, and they're up 3-0 just like that, and we're up 7-3. I think we might have thrown an interception already, which is just annoying. But the good news is we do have those 2 guys back that were injured. I forgot who I think it was Deion Dawkins. I forget who the other guy was, but this is looking decent so far. We have a lead at half, which we'll take, and we go up 21-6. There we go. But I'm not trusting things just yet. 21-9, and we should have put them away here. So that is going to be 2 playoff wins in a row. Who are we? We can do this. 9-42. There we go. We put up the freaking beat down on our division rival. 42-9. It probably helps that we got healthier, which is just fantastic. So now we've made it to the AFC Championship game, which Allen has been there before. 4 touchdowns, but he lost, you know, I think he's been there. I think he's been there twice, maybe once. I don't remember, but I think he's lost to the Chiefs both times. 4-1 from Josh Allen. Drake May had nothing on either side. And then James Cook had 99 rushing yards. Shakir had 103, 85 from Palmer, 81 from Sadiq. And then you had 2 sacks from Greg Rousseau, and Dalton Brooks had the pick on us. But okay, we're headed to the AFC Championship game. The best part is I haven't had to jump in to bail us out either. So hopefully we can continue this going into the AFC Championship game. So now we go on the road to play the Cleveland Browns in the biggest one of them all to get Josh Allen finally to the Super Bowl, and they're up 7-0 just like that. So no idea who their quarterback is either, by the way, but it is 14-3, and we will have a 6-14 game. Got to tie in this next possession. We do not. The Browns are going to have an 8-point lead. Can we come out and tie this? No. Okay, there we go. 14-14. We take the lead now, but we throw an interception instead. Josh Allen, please do something, man, here. There we go. 21-17. Browns take it right back, though. I believe in you to go take the lead back. Okay, you do not. 21-24 from our own 28-yard line. 3 minutes and 47 seconds left in this one, or 38 seconds. So I'm going to start off with a run because there's still plenty of time in this game, but we can take the lead, so that's going to be good. So let's see if we can start off with a nice, decent run to James Cook. And, you know, 5 yards, I'll take it. Only 38 yards on the day, so not a whole lot of production, but now we'll run switch, and let's see if they maybe leave someone just butt naked open for some reason. Does, like, Shakir get open here? No. Oh, you know what, though? This is... Oh, I'm doing some Josh... I'm so lucky. I was trying to get DJ Moore to just sit. I tried to get him to stop running, but he was wide open. If he would have just sat there, but he kept running. So, yeah, that was some really... That was, like, early Josh Allen, you know, years throws. Like, I mean, he still does it from time to time, but he used to do that crap all the time. Okay, this time is a much better throw. And we'll get a first down. So good stuff there. We do lose Connor McGovern to an injury. It looks like that's unfortunate. But all right, now we need to, well, I guess we're going to go right back to it. Let's this time not throw anything stupid. We almost really gave the game away. And okay, I'm going to throw this away. I was going to try to scramble to the outside. That didn't work out at all. So McGovern is hurt. I'll substitute him for now because he has a high injury risk. We still have the Super Bowl to come if we're able to beat the Browns here. But all right, let's see if Bell can fly maybe, or does DJ Moore have it in him? DJ Moore, maybe? Moore? No, not there. 3rd and 10. That really had a shot, but not there, quite unfortunately. Okay, this is 4 down territory, so I don't even care if we don't get the first down. We're going for this. Let's see if we like... I'm just going to get, you know, some yards to Kincaid, 4th and 5. We'll take care of that. Make it a 5-yard play to make it a little bit easier of a first down. Let's see if it's there. We can use Josh Allen's legs if needed, but this is a big play, obviously. And Kincaid is open. Thankfully, I got that off. It looked like I was about to get sacked, but we are going to have a first down, move the chains. Now we got slip screen potentially as well. Let's see if they're ready for this. Go to James Cook. I don't think they're ready for this play, and they're not. They are not ready. JOK gets absolutely There we go. I think it's a touchdown. Touchdown, James Cook. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, now we need our stop by our defense, which I don't know if I can trust them to do so. Just do me one favor. They get the stop, and we are heading to the Super Bowl 28-24. Yeah, that one got really tough there at the end there, but we do win, and that's what matters. James Cook with a walk-off touchdown. Dante Moore was the quarterback for the Browns, by the way, and we come out here victorious, and yeah, so that is awesome. But all right, man, let's get to that long-awaited Super Bowl that Josh Allen's been waiting for, and let's go win while we're... So the Super Bowl is going to be against none other than the Atlanta Falcons, who have always seemed to make it here since I started rebuilding this specific file, but we're up 7-0 to start things off. That's a good start. And it is going to be a hopeful 14. There we go. 14-0, 14-7 though. And now the Falcons are right back in at 14-14. And we got a nice stop here from interception from Hairston. 17-14. Can we go take the lead here even further? Nope. Okay. Have a nice lead. Okay, there we go. 14-20. But at this point, we got to keep the ball away from Falcons. It is going to be a 4-minute game left in this one. We have a 6-point lead, so they could take the lead with a touchdown. So we got to play keep away here. I'll start with a run to James Cook. And wow, what a nice hole that just opened up there. So that is going to be a great way to start this drive. And let's keep them on their ankles. They were not ready for that run. We'll go right back to it. So that gave us a lot of space that we needed. Let's see if they're ready for another run play. Looks like they are this time. Nope, another nice run. So we'll take it. That's another nice chunk taken. 91 yards on the day for James Cook. And we'll continue to be aggressive, though. We're not just going to continue to run the football. I want to score on them if we can. So let's try to do so. James Cook might... Ooh, I'd take a brutal sack, dude. Okay. 2nd and 21. I deserve that. That was stupid by me. I was really trying to get fancy there. I thought I was going to have James Cook open for the wheel route. I just did not need to do what I just did there. But we can make up for it. And we'll start off here with a overthrown ball. Never mind. We might be giving the ball back to the Falcons anyway, unless we get a nice play on this 3rd and 21. But yeah, not a good throw by Josh Allen there. Had a shot, though. Just didn't quite get there. Okay, let's try to be better. And I think DJ Moore is actually going to have a... It's another really bad throw. Okay, well, let's punt it away and hope our defense can stop them. And we won. Oh, my goodness. I thought they scored for a second there. But 20-14, it is going to be a Super Bowl for the Bills, and Josh Allen gets his first ring, and it was a little scary there at the end, but thankfully we hung on. So his defense actually bailed him out, and we can go out here and walk away victorious. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. I'll see y'all in the next one. We're getting down to the end of Madden 26. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.